So I needed some brushes the other day, and I was in a town that had a Tractor Supply, so I stopped by there and picked these up. And it's exactly what I needed. I need something small to get in some corners on some aluminum on a motor. And these were $5.50, $5.49 for these 3 pieces. Alright, so a friend brought me these, and this is from Harbor Freight, and you get 5 pieces with these, and they're $4.99 for the 5 pieces. So I looked at these and noticed they were real similar to the other ones, and they're basically the exact same thing. These are the brand they have there at Tractor Supply. It's like Mibro or something, M-I-B-R-O, but they're identical pieces. These are the same. These are the same. The one thing I have noticed is the Harbor Freight ones. So this part's a little bit off center, just a little bit. But this one seems a little more perfect. So maybe if they're made by the same people, one's held to a higher standard of quality. And same thing in here, how it's put together. Just a little sloppier here. But I'm anxious to see if they work the same. Obviously they're going to work the same, but is one better than the other? Now before I noticed these, I had got some of these smaller ones with the kit that you get with the cheap Dremel. This one right here, it's not a Dremel, it's a Drill Master. But in the kits they send you the brass one, and I guess they call this a stainless one. And I noticed that it worked pretty good. The Harbor Freight one worked really well. And then got this from Tractor Supply, and I didn't really like these. These really kind of scarred it up a little bit. So that's why I'm going to really do this comparison, is because the ones I was using before seemed to work great. They were Harbor Freight ones. These I paid more for and didn't do quite the job I was wanting it to do. It actually exceeded the job, which made it worse. So I'm going to test these two right now. So to test, I'm just going to clean this off and get it down to the bare metal. And I'm going to start with the ones in the $5.49 set from Tractor Supply. And their brand is Mibro, whatever. And I'm just going to use this cheap one, Drill Master, rather than my Dremel. It's cordless and it'll probably die. So. It will not take it off. Let's try this other one. Well, I see a little spot starting to get bare. Alright, so you see this one? That's It's a little more abrasive over here. This brand, the Tractor Supply brand. And this one's more smoothing. And that's what I'm wanting anyway. So these Harbor Freight ones are better for what I'm needing them for anyway. So you use the buffing wheel too, and you can get this stuff really shiny. But actually, I figured they'd both take this down to the bare metal. But this one did. I might have to go back and look and see how long I held it in those spots on each one. But I also went down the ends, you see, because I wanted to see how it would do on the surface. See how this one did? I don't like that. This one right here is a lot more smoother, and this is the Harbor Freight ones. Maybe some smooth is not the word I'm looking for, but so you can see a lot of different markings here. Maybe I just didn't. I'll try it again. Alright, going back to the the Tractor Supply one, and with a different heat sink that's okay, you can see the surface. So it's about equally scuffed up on both sides. So I'm going to try to time it and just do this a few times under a few seconds, and with both of them again, and see the difference. So this is the Harbor Freight one. See this one's still, it's got some green tinting, but it's not as bad over here. Why is it making the difference here? They like the same material. Maybe this one's just softer. Yeah, I can tell which is which, but still, if I can just pick them down, put it down and pick it back up, I can definitely tell which one. They are distinguishable. This is the Harbor Freight, and I'm pretty sure I did that right about the same amount of time. So this is pretty much a pointless and useless video, but yeah, I thought they were basically the same. But it turns out they are obviously not the same. Well, this one might be more of a fine, or this one's a fine. This one's more coarse. I don't know. Maybe I did this to satisfy my thoughts that originally I felt that the Harbor Freight ones did a better job than the ones I had bought at Tractor Supply, because I needed some more, and the other ones got wore down. As you can see that other brush, how it was. Yeah, see, they get wore down after a while. These are just stainless. The other one's the brass, I guess. they just pretty much all fell apart where there's just nothing but the ring left. But still, they worked better than these Tractor Supply ones. Or I at least like the outcome. Not on these heat sinks. It doesn't matter to me. But what I was doing them on was a aluminum motor. And these were just seemed too abrasive. They were making too many marks. As opposed to the Harbor Freight ones, which seemed more soft and just did a little more polishing than scratching. And I liked it.